Please show us what you've been practicing. All right.
For me, when it comes to making music and my approach to music, it's really just about building over those vibes and those energies together, and with everybody, like blending in. I guess that's what music is for me, and having to celebrate it and improving over it. That's what really made this EP the most amazing experience of my life, and I don't think so you ever forget your debut EP. The whole experience and the making time.
I remember after TILIKUM was done being composed, I just thought that there's nothing more that the song needs except for a flute solo. And then we were jamming on it at the studio before one particular show, and she just jumps in with these luscious harmonies, this beautiful vocal melody, and gives it that much more of a crescendo than any of us could have ever imagined. So it's just such a beautiful part that she's created among so many others in the EP, but that particular part in that one song, it just makes such a grand entrance, and it just gives me goosebumps every time I listen to it.
BONZO had this part which was my God, and it just happened. So the idea was to put all the aggression and the thing that you would get as a human if somebody were to beat you, and that was the whole emotion that we were targeting at and putting into the song. We thought that okay, so we need to shout, we need to scream, we need to show that pain in the end. So the idea was to dwell around my God, this hysteria kind of the part, moving on again and again. Now this part goes on, which is before the beat it comes down to my God, and it kind of worked. And I remember Gaurav and I just going like, yeah, that just made a lot of sense.
So right before the one, she actually comes in with this phrase like my God, literally yelling it, So even though it was a mistake, but the passion, the intensity that she conveyed through that take, we just had to keep it. And the beautiful part is that even though it was on a different different marker altogether, it fits so well in the song, and if you hear it, it actually gives this nice little lift right before the chorus kicks in.
I would just say that in general the band has this awesome synergy. The kind of energies that we share, all of us together, is so positive and so much fun that things just happen, and music is not work or some kind of a profession that we are following. The sounds that we create, I think they just happen and they just come out of somewhere else.
Ever since our first session when we hardly knew each other, I remember just finishing 3 or 4 songs within that first sitting. Some of those songs aren't even on this EP, but we ended up writing so much, and it was just such a fruitful session, and it just made me realize what an amazing composer she is. And I had a blast working with her that day itself, and I realized that how polished her ideas were. And I remember Unstoppable was supposed to be just a scratch which we were going to use for just that gig and probably discard, but the parts that she wrote, including the flute melody as well that she'd done, it just sounded so good that the guys in the band, they literally persuaded me to keep it as one of the final tracks in the EP. And it's I would just give all the credit to her for making such a beautiful vocal arrangement for the track to actually make it sound so good.